We're on. Welcome, guys, to our short little video of explaining Emp Performance and a brief introduction of what we do here, who we are as coaches and owners.
Yep.
And just, if the people sit on the fence, give them some more clarity. So, introduction.
Yeah. So my name's Luke Preston. I'm one of the co-owners here. I grew up on the Northern Beaches. So I'm 35 now. So 35 going on, getting pretty old. And a new father, 15-month-old little baby girl, who's my pride and joy. Totally changed my life, to be honest. And also been in the fitness industry now as a coach for about 13 years, but have always trained my whole life through sport and competing through footy, CrossFit, and now just trying to stay strong and fit for my own health, and then obviously as a role model for my little girl. So yeah,
Awesome.
Yourself?
Bteddini, grew up on the northern beaches of Sydney, best place in the world. Lebanese descent, not many of us down here. Very much like Luke, health and fitness has been a huge part of my life, if not the biggest. It's definitely made me who I am as a person. Through playing footy, with Luke when I was younger. To deciding at 18 years old after I finished high school that I want to commit myself to health and fitness and helping people to the best of my abilities. And to be honest, it's definitely created the person I am. Every single conversation, every single client I have, in the past, present has definitely added to my life. And 5 years on now with Emp Performance.
Yeah.
And the community we've created, just the beginning, I hope. So.
Yeah. So,
no kids just yet.
Not yet.
So,
hopefully soon.
Hopefully
soon for the big.
I don't sleep enough, so.
Hopefully soon. Back on that. So 5 years. So Big Dog, we started EMP. Well, we were meant to start EMP April 2020.
Then we started June.
And then we entered something called COVID.
We entered COVID. Yeah.
So we actually didn't open our doors till June 2020. To then obviously spending our first 2.5 years.
Yeah, almost 2 years through.
Roughly of business stop starting and working outside in what we called the dungeon.
The dungeon.
Which is underneath our gym here. Nice, dark and cold. A good shout out to our members, I tell you what. That was some. They were good times. They were good times.
I actually said to everyone, that was like.
They were good
I loved
times,
it. Just the dust, the darkness. It was like
just raw.
But you know what? Like thinking about that all now, I actually wouldn't change one thing about that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't, because I think if we got through that,
learnt a lot.
If we got through that together and the community we have and the gym we have,
yeah,
it kind of makes every single challenge moving forward, I think, a little bit less daunting. Like you're just gonna somehow get through it, and it's probably right or wrong to think like that, but I think it's given us the perspective of with the gym. Like that was a hard thing.
Yeah, I think it definitely created a strong foundation. Yeah,
and to be honest, it made us believe that the community we can build through that can 100%. Get us through most things.
Yeah, definitely.
So bleeding onto that, Big Dog, like why was it important for you to start EMP, and why did you want to open a gym? Was it always a dream?
Look, from an early day, it's kind of funny. I look back now and it's like when I was sort of training at a few gyms growing up, it's definitely something that I look back on and I was like, you know what? I never understood what it took to open a gym and what it really meant. But I was like, it would be cool to have. It would be cool to have. And I think growing up, obviously, like you said before, playing footy together, being around that team environment, and then obviously you go and you train at a space or a gym that has that kind of feel to it.
Yep.
You join those dots and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
this is pretty cool. This is cool.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, is like, yeah, I did always want to open a gym, but never really understood why.
Or how.
Yeah. And it wasn't really until we sort of came together, put our stories, our whys together, that's when EMP kind of blossomed,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Everyone should kind of know the reason why the coach you are today, and that's what this video is about.
I know the answer to that question for you because we actually did a podcast and Mel's like, I'll never open a gym.
That is, we have to, can we find that video?
So we'll try to find that.
We'll find this video. So this is when we tried to go online to start with, Emp Performance. And I was like, I would never open a gym. Like,
unbelievable.
What an
So good.
And we opened the gym, then COVID happened, so I was right. Like, nah, but like I said, don't regret anything.
Yeah.
For me, why I started EMP, it's, to be honest, the question will so the answer to that question will change over time because you kind of, you only connect the stars move backwards, or the quote, whatever it is. For me, why I create AMPs, getting clearer, is that I always believe the environment, having a strong environment. I think that, it's a product of everything you create, and what we've created over time, and we're going to touch on more over, the next coming months and years, is that, when people come into this space, we want to give them the ability to be the best they can be.
Yep.
And like our motto is, pursue potential.
Yep.
And for me, that's a clear why this business for me moving forward and continuing to move forward is that to make the people the best they can be and to give them belief in themselves, which they probably can't see yet, and just giving them the confidence that they can achieve things.
Totally.
Whether you're a mother or father, or you're just an everyday person or a young kid, I want people to come in this space, and it's our job as coaches and every other coach that works here moving forward is to instill the belief that they can achieve whatever they're willing to sacrifice for.
Yep.
Because I think of our members, and they've all started, committed, and they've all gone to a level which they probably didn't think they were able to. And it's not just us as coaches. It's something like Luke really believes in, is obviously in the environment, and I'm pretty clear on too now, is that we wanted to create a space that gave people the ability to be the best they can be and pursue their potential. So
Yeah, and just building those beliefs, building those habits, and through that, and like pursue potential for a lot of people can be like, wow, like it's such a high ceiling to get to, but it can mean anything for us, like for someone that can be literally not being able to jump on a 20-inch box to all of a sudden being able to jump on a 20-inch box, that is huge. And for a lot of members, that's been them, and, squatting with a barbell was hard. Now they're squatting with 60 kilos. Like that's them pursuing their potential. It doesn't mean you have to get to the Great Northern Star or something like that, you know? So but it's building those beliefs and those habits to be able to get to that point, which is what we're big on.
It's like Luke just touched on. He's became a father in the last 18 months. And before having a kid, say 10 years ago, Luke might see his potential as, I'm trying to be this elite CrossFit little athlete, trying to make the games, or whatever it is, And now Luke's potential is becoming a father now. It's like, he's like, I want to be the best version of myself that I can play with my child, can play with Zara. The next 10, 15 years, I'm at this level that, my daughter can look at and be proud of, and I'm setting a standard of, how I want them to be. And each person walks through his door, has got, like Luke said, a different ceiling, what they're trying to achieve. And it's really important to know and understand that, like Luke touched on, your potential doesn't have to be, lifting 300 kilos or competing at a high level,
Not at all.
It's really about setting a goal in place and being, your why and, your North Star, and just letting the community, help you and support you getting there and making the decision.
Yeah.
And as us coaches
100%.
to really help you get there, because
100%.
like I touched on before, we pride ourselves, we really pride ourselves on getting the best out of people. Like that is, often say for people, it's like our job is to really believe in you before you do.
You do. Yeah.
And
and that's pretty powerful.
and we love that. And
Yeah.
we love that,
Yeah.
because we know what you can get to.
100%. And everyone's destination is different. It's like that quote that I love, but it's like it's a journey to that destination.
100%, mate.
And just focusing on that journey.
Yeah.
So that probably ties into, Big Dog, like the members that we essentially work with, I guess,
Yeah.
and the members that we, that are in part of EMP right now. Who are they? Demographic, where do they come
I
from?
would definitely say, so with EMP at the moment, we've got like a variety of different ages, but I definitely say the French's Forest area and the people we most serve are middle-aged people, 35 to 50, a couple of kids, corporates, got like consuming jobs, consuming lifestyles, constantly busy. But also too, like they've taken the initiative to the health and fitness is one of the priorities because it ties in with who they are.
Well, it's so important. Like I said, like even becoming a father, like I haven't barely slept in a year. Like my little one's just a rat bag when it comes to sleep. But honestly, having training as an outlet, it just is so important for not only my physical health, but my mental health as well. And building that resilience to be able to adapt and deal with the pressures of being a parent, that's just, when talking about parents, that's huge. It's huge. And I actually honestly don't know how people who are parents or, for example, busy professionals don't exercise. I've never really understood or comprehended that. But yeah, it's massive. Like the benefits just are so important,
Because often when parents and, doesn't matter if they've got one kid or two kids or three kids, obviously demand might be different sometimes time-wise, depending on their career. But we find they're not exercising and their bucket is empty. Their bucket, their cup is quite small, and they're struggling, and generally they don't know where to start, and they think they haven't got enough time. But once, you sort of understand that, you've got to do some sort of training and it's the best thing for you because it fills your cup up and it makes your ability to fill it up even more remarkable. And it's elixir of life training, really.
And it's a domino effect.
It's a domino effect,
like
mate.
if you're not working your own personal development, I know we're going to be deep here, but if you're not working your own personal development, and then you expect to give yourself to others, your husband, your wife, your kids, you can't give them your best self if you're not giving yourself your best self.
100,
You know what I mean? So
couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And it's like we've said a few times, is everyone's goal is different, and your level might be coming like once or twice a week to begin with.
Yeah, 100%.
And you build off that, and you compound the effort, and eventually you're at a better standard for yourself, and then you can do more and more. Like some people, we've got we've got fathers and mothers who are at 20:05 in the morning.
Just getting the gun, in and out, done by 6.
100%, 45 minutes, 50 minutes,
Yeah.
and they probably first start. A lot of them first started. They're like, we'll come once, twice a week, and they're addicted to the training, and only kind of makes them better. So, if you're sitting on the fence, I would definitely say, come to EMP.
Totally.
Come to EMP and let's get started.
Yep.
What is you know, if you look at the broader gym, how can we help them? Would you say? How can we?
Well, I think there's a few different ways, obviously, we can help you. If we touch back on what we were saying before, we can obviously help you with, building those habits, building those beliefs within yourself. But then if we then talk about the training aspect of EMP, I think the beauty about our training is it's very structured. It's a very structured, we don't look at it as a day-to-day thing. We look at it as a week, as a 4-week, as a 16-week.
In blocks.
That's how we train here. Everything is very structured. It's very progressive, allowing you to train in a sustainable way, but also creating that that variability with your training, and allowing you to see progression over time. So, I think from a training perspective, and as you get older, and you just want to stay fit and healthy, our training's suited 100% for you.
We're biased.
We're
biased, but we do agree EMP has the best training system, because often most gyms, we get a lot of mothers and fathers have come to us and they said, we want to do strength training, okay? And the experience with most gyms with strength training is it's just basically a body pump class with countless reps, countless sets, and it's there's no structure to it and there's no progression with it. So with EMP, we have 3 structured strength days per week. They go in 4-week cycles. So you have the ability to regress and progress through movements. We track everything through our app, so you can see your progress through the training cycles. And it's structured in a way that gives the trainer and the coach the ability to actually coach you through the movement, not having constantly doing countless reps where it's almost it's a fitness class,
in a time domain that is honestly impossible to get stronger with. Everything's done at your own pace, to a certain extent within class times, but allows you to do the movements correctly, basically.
And also touch on that, our strength classes often question are capped, to 12 to 16 people per session. So you've not even got 24 people running around and just too many heads at once. That's probably the biggest surprises people often say is we can't believe the numbers you have in your classes compared to other spaces. So you definitely get the attention and care that you need.
Yeah, you get that personal touch. Which is what we pride ourselves on, without a doubt, with our coaching. But you also, so Mel says, there's 3 days strength, but we also have, there's technically 3 days conditioning. So you can get 4 days if you add Tuesday or Monday, 5 days. But there's enough conditioning there if you want to play around with that, and you want a little bit more conditioning as well. So, but the beauty is about us is you can come train anytime as well. So you can follow the program. You can always add extra stuff in. The gym's always open as well for our members. It's not purely just on the class times. So there's plenty of options there from a training perspective.
You can always get it in.
But if you're definitely thinking, that you wanted to get stronger, and don't really understand the benefits of strength training, look it up, because there's a lot of benefits. Typically, as we get older as well, all of us should be doing some form of strength training. And Pilates is not strength training, by the way.
It's not.
I'll open a can of worms, but it's not strength training.
We'll
talk about that later.
The big boy started.
We'll talk about that later. But
so for us to finish up on, if someone was sitting on the fence with starting with EMP or starting their fitness thing, what would you say to them?
Just reach out. Honestly, reach out. Either myself or Mel will have a chat with you. Reach out. We'll have a chat. We'll see where you're at, see what your goals are, see what your struggles are, and then honestly, we'll just try to create a path for you, and come in, trial it. If you don't like us, there's honestly no hard feelings. There's no hard feelings. But it's just taking that first step, reaching out to us. having a bit of a chat, and then we'll help you just gather a plan together, whatever that may be, to move you forward, basically. Yeah.
You've got to start to be great. I know it sounds so corny, but there's so many individuals, mothers and fathers, and even, people that aren't parents have come to this place and just had the courage. I know that's a big, strong word, but had the courage to start their health and fitness journey, and step by step, they've gone to a level which they didn't believe they could get to. Like we've had 35 competitors at turf games recently.
Yeah, fitness competition.
I
thought they'd never do that.
Do things they didn't think they could, lift weights they didn't think they could, develop the confidence they didn't think they'd ever have. And, if you sit on the fence, like Luke said, we'll create a plan and give you the guidance and also the push to
100%.
get you to where you want to be. So the hardest part's starting, and you definitely regret it.
By all means. Cool. I hope that gives you a little bit of an insight as to us as the owners and coaches of EMP, who we work with, what we do here, and hopefully we hear from you and have a bit of a chat and get you a part of our amazing community that we have here.
That's it.
Help you with your fitness, guys. So, reach out to us, socials, email, website, whatever it may be. Just send a message, and we'll get in touch with you.
We'll get in contact.
Cool. All right.
Thanks
Thanks,
guys.
team.